So in this broadcast, I said I would talk about the companies that I'd used to help solve the problems, the smells and fumes that we were having with our house. When you're looking at this, how I approached it and the companies that I found were the companies that could look at the volatile organic compounds. And these are chemicals that you find every day. Can be natural. Lemon is a volatile organic compound, or they can be man-made chemicals. Um, when you're looking to try and find out what's going on, um, I'm not an expert, but I would recommend starting with Prism Analytical Technologies. This is a couple of £100 where the test you order the test, it's a little black box with a tube. You leave it on for so long, you pack it all back up, and then it's sent off to them and they do an analysis. It's not as in depth as the other companies that I'm going to mention, but it's a starting place because it might give you the answers that you need to find out and try and track down what's going on. Because when these smells and fumes happen, it panics you. It does panic you to start with, and you've got smells that you have no idea where they're coming from, and they can make you ill. Different people have different allergies. The next company that I used was Redmore Environmental at Manchester. They were really good. They came out, they set their equipment up in 2 rooms, and they did specific tests to find out what the volatile organic compounds were and what levels they were. Again, really good. It was for only so long though, and I think from memory it was about an hour. But you're not talking hundreds of pounds. So please, if you're going to go down that path, get a quote and ask them what specifically the report will show, and sit down and think about how that's going to benefit you. The next company that I used just was because they could do it longer, was Oracle Environmental Experts. What they did was, we weren't in the house at the time, so they put their equipment in one room and they put it in the drain for us outside as well, the sewage drain. And that was registered for 24/7. So you could see what the pattern was, what was going on, and what chemicals were coming in. Again, you're talking thousands, you're not talking, this was when I had it done. So it's worth doing. It allowed me to see what was going on and try to come up with solutions and speak to experts. I used for the plant health because certain of our plants were dying near where the drains were. So I used Ferra Plant Health there, and they were really good. They came back and provided a report, what they thought was wrong. You do have to send samples off. It was the conifers that we were having problems with, um, so they're well worth looking into. Let's have a look. What are the ones? In regards to if you're looking at soil and if you think there's something going on and something's leaking onto your land, you can do the safe soil we used, which again you do yourself and send off to them. The company I used to start with were Oakshire Environmental Soil. They were the professionals. The soil sample was took, they analysed it, and they'll tell you exactly what's going on with the different levels. If you're looking to try and have a look at water and you've got groundwater and you can get down to it, or it's easily accessible, then I used EnviroChem Analytical Labs, and they were really good as well. The thing is, you've got to, and because I've been through this, you need to think about the cost and what. If you can get to the bottom and find out what it is, then brilliant. But it is one hell of a slog, and it is mentally tiring, and it's costly. So if you are looking at issues, sit down and think about it. Go to the council, as I've said, the first one, and see if there's any issues. Look at your area, first. If you jump into the testing, there could have been something really straightforward in front of you, hopefully, fingers crossed. If you have got issues, I wish you all the best. I really do, because it is an absolute nightmare and it really does take a lot of dealing with. But any of them companies, I hope I use them. I can only speak from my experience of using them, and they all helped me a lot. So I wish you all the best.